What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back with a part 2 of the audio of Coleslaw exposing the guy's Atlanta trip, honey. I just want to hear what the people think about all of this, honey, because this right here, this was too much. Okay, so let's get off into it. So one person says, being with Coleslaw for 10 years does not mean Martell loves her. He kept messing with her because she did things Mel wouldn't do. He knew Coleslaw would do anything he told her to do. This is a smart lady. If he loved her, why hasn't he married her? Exactly. And I think even on the audio, she was like, when she was around the guys, she was like, yeah, Martell didn't want me talking to them, and I was just looking down, and it's like, girl, he got you in check, and you think the shit is cute, and it's not. Another person says, child, she just don't know the old game. Like my mama always say, why would he need to marry you if he has nothing to look forward to? Yep, why buy the cow when you getting the milk for free? She is young and inexperienced with this type of ninja, and one thing I do know is the odds are against her. And really quickly, a lot of men mess around with younger women, not so much just because they look good and, they got a nice body. It's you're young, you're naive, you're immature, you are not seasoned. That's why a lot of them like to avoid women their age, because the women their age, they know the game. Okay, I done talked to a few guys and they would be like, damn, girl, you smart. How you know all that? I said, I done been around the block a few times. They said, you sure have. You fine too, girl. But damn, I can't mess with you. I said, hell no, you don't want to. Have you ever seen Thin Line Between Love and Hate? And what was her name in that movie? It was Brandy, okay? How you doing? I would be right at home, okay? But yeah, I've had several men, you guys, say to me, oh my God, I got to get away from you. You are something else. And I am, honey. So back to this person's comment. The person says, I have never heard of a side piece finally marrying after that many years of an agreement that is working and he's not missing anything. Yeah, she's too available. She's not playing the game the right way. She's too available. He could date people in between her and then run back to her, because once Sheree got rid of his ass, he went right back to her. The in and out mart, honey, the 24-hour in and out mart where the legs can be open, okay, all day, every day. Gotta look on the bright side. Coleslaw will be the number one side piece considering her loyalty. She don't have to worry about Mel being the reason. Ooh, child, people is dragging. But guess what? Ms. Robinson is here for it. Okay. Another person says, plus Arionne is not in a position to elevate herself or Martell to the next level after being together for 10 years. Another person says, and he's unmarried and she's older and still doing anything he tells her to do. She may end up in prison trying to take another woman's place. Yep. Because y'all know it is a show out here called For My Man, okay? Where they did any and every damn thing for their man, and look where you ended up. Okay? Another person says, right now, me and Melody don't care about what they think or do. Okay, I know that's right. Another person says she has always said she never wants to get married because she knows married men cheat. Yeah, and you help them cheat. So you ain't no better than them. Another person says it's not that Melody didn't get on her knees. She didn't do it every day. How do you think he got that video of him and Melody with the oral sex? He even admitted she did after finding out he was cheating. She stopped like a prayer. Not a prayer, honey. Another person says, exactly, just like Marceau has been with Letitia all this time and he doesn't even like her. Ooh, child. Another person says, I believe Martell put her up to telling on the other guys because he lost his family from cheating and he was upset that they didn't. That's the kind of guy he is. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, honey. And then somebody put, Kimmy is a side chick, period. Ooh, child. Y'all think Kimmy is a side chick? Put it in the comments. Another person says, Nay says, according to Kiowa, the math ain't mathing. Ooh, child, not the plus multiplication and the subtraction sign. Another person says, and Kiowa's story has yet to change. Yeah, I mean, you kind of look at stuff now, a lot differently than how you looked at it maybe the first couple of seasons. You have respect for Maurice and Kimmy, but now, you realize Kimmy's been in a burning house, honey. It's like, yeah, she probably did whatever she had to do to get with this ninja. Another person says, and Kimmy acts like one. That's the reason she is always on the men's side. They all know her business. Another person says, well, actually, she's a wife now. AC needs to learn some things from her. Not exactly, because she in a burning house. See, y'all be bragging about these titles, and then your ass is, you're in a burning house. You sacrificing yourself. You ain't Jesus, okay? Didn't nobody tell you to get on no cross? Okay. Another person says, keep in mind, Kimmy is best friends with one of Kiowa's good friends. So how she ain't know her or of her. So, yeah, honey, the people is, calling Kimmy a side dish. Another person says, I wish OWN would cancel Love and Marriage Huntsville because they're grasping for straws to stay relevant. Another person says, Kimmy stating that Martell is a nice guy and he is the one who told Arionne she is a side chick. He told Melody that too. Another person says it's mind-blowing that this girl knows the psychology of men who prey on women who didn't have fathers yet still continues to deal with this man. It's like she accepts the defeat. It's really sad. Yeah, it really is. Like, if you really look at it, it really is sad. And Nay ends up saying there is a bit of resentment in their relationship from him taking advantage of her while she was young. I bet you there is, but see, you can't blame you spreading your damn legs with you being young. You got to own your shiggity and say, honey, I was out here screwing because that's what I wanted to do at that time. I was trying to hold something. Okay. Well, in her case, she was trying to hold somebody else's husband something. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, I got to clarify. So another person says, why would there be resentment towards him? She was a young adult, not a child. She knew right from wrong, and so did Martell. It's sickening at this point. Yeah, they knew what they were doing, and Martell, he wanted to get back at Melody for divorcing him, and that's why they ended up having that baby together. That was Martell's way of really like, yeah, I'll finish off Melody, and I'll get he knew that would probably hurt her. And that's what narcissists do. They do everything to break your self-esteem, put you in lowest terms. And why would a man do something like that? Because that's where he is. See, ladies, when you're with a good man, he's going to elevate you. He may not be perfect, but he's going to take you to the top floor. Okay? I feel like we don't talk enough about the top floor, child. Well, we always dealing with these first floor ninjas, honey. Okay? I can only report on what I see. Okay? But yeah, when a man feels good about you and himself, because his behavior is not a reflection on you all the time. It's how he feels about himself. So when you see men out here lying, cheating, and deceiving, they're trying to feel good about themselves at your expense. Okay? And you don't have to do anything wrong to a first floor man for him to turn on you, for him to disrespect you. Okay, like you don't have to do anything. These people are miserable and they want to make you miserable. Another person says Martell didn't take advantage of her. She was definitely a whole adult with a child of her own. She proudly chased him. Melody was younger than her when she met and married Martell. Yeah, and when he got with Melody, he was probably performing, doing the whole love bombing, acting like he's a good man, Savannah, and he ain't. And another person says, this had nothing to do with Jim Crow. A cheater is a cheater. A side chick is a side chick. Exactly. I was like, she don't know what the hell she talking about. She trying to sound smart, honey, to somebody dumb, and it ain't gonna work. Another person says, just because you mess with somebody for years does not mean they in love with you. That part right there, baby. A lot of people think that. Okay? Another person says, yes, she was a desperate pick-me. I told y'all. Another person says that part because Hotel has been divorced for 3 years now. Next month will be 4 years. Ooh, damn, you counting? Since Mel left him, he played her like a straight bird on Tasha K interview and said they are going to start over after she's been on the sidelines for a damn decade. Not a decade, but it's true. Okay, and the truth needs no proof. How you doing? Ooh, child, you can't make this up. Just slow. Ooh, child. Another person says, yes, it does. She has nothing to give him but trouble and pain. He is still there. He loves her. I don't like her. I love Mel, but he was using Mel and giving her money away. Let this mess go. What type of logic is that? I'd be looking at some of the people that be defending these side chicks, and it's just like, child, if that's love, honey, I don't want it. Okay? I don't want it. You can keep it to yourself. Okay? Another person says, nah, he loved her 5 to 10 years is not just a hit and run. He just really loved her. I told y'all, when a man really loves you, he will provide, he will protect, and he will profess. He didn't profess nothing on them damn interviews. We even more confused than what we was before we watched the damn interview. He never fully came out, yes, I love her. She's a good person. Okay? He just got into what type of parent she is and what type of mother she is, to her daughter. What the hell that really got to do with you? What does she do for you, nigga? But he's not going to come out and tell y'all he been using this girl to suck his peen all these years because he knows that that's going to make him look bad. So he ain't going to do it. But just because he ain't saying it, it don't mean that it's not there. That, that's not the truth. So another person says he didn't love her. He didn't love her. He loved the idea of being able to do what he wanted without a commitment. That part right there. A lot of people need to get into that. And that's another thing with casual sex. You got to watch who you having all this sex with because, and this isn't everybody because, there are people that have started their relationships through casual sex. The person just has to be into you and like you, for it to go somewhere. But yeah, you having all this sex with somebody for a long amount of time and they're not going to feel like, dang, I want to, give her a commitment. It's just like, no, I just been, I've been getting it for free for this long. I may give that commitment to somebody else. That's how a lot of these men be thinking. So you got to really, watch it with the casual sex. And men, there are women out here that's just screwing you. They may just want a free meal. They may just want money for you, from you. So yeah, and like I said, they may be just trying to hold something. Okay, but yeah, you gotta really watch it with that, cause that's how you get used up real quick. Just all that casual sex and no commitment. You not, having them do things for you. You're not setting standards for them. You don't have any boundaries. You're not telling them no. She has no boundaries with Martell, Arionne. I could tell you that. She doesn't tell him no. It's, you want me to jump? How high? Okay, because she wants him to like her. Pick-me's are women that want men to like them, and they're willing to cook, clean, screw. They will do whatever to get that title. Another person says, Martell can't even tell us that. She has wasted years for a man that has constantly embarrassed her. He's been single almost 4 years, and in that time, he still called her names and never claimed her. I hope she takes her freedom back. A mistake, as she calls it, it shouldn't turn into a lifetime thing. Exactly. If it's a mistake, wouldn't you correct the mistake? Wouldn't you, use corrective actions to fix this situation? But she thinks that this is cute. And, she wants to keep the rose-colored glasses on, so. Another person says, Tisha knows Marceau cheats. Yeah, I believe she knows. She ain't gonna admit it in front of Mel because it would be egg on her face. I got a good man. Mel got a dinosaur. She just want my husband to be a cheater like hers. Tisha is another one. She be in competition with Melody. So she took a lot of pleasure, I told y'all, in throwing Martell in Melody's face. Look at your husband. He out here embarrassing you. Yeah, you accomplished this, that, and the third, but you've been getting cheated on all these years. And, throwing some raggedy ass man in Melody's face. Whatever this man do, that's what he chose to do. Melody didn't pick her out of the trash. He did. I mean, I'm just saying. Another person says, I'll never understand why Tisha keeps saying it was Mel first. No, it was Martell that started the cheating rumors. Well, remember, she is male identified, so she's always going to attack the woman. That is how those type of women move. The woman is always the target. The woman is always the threat. The threat is always the target. Okay? Another person says she wants to blame Melody because she can, and so Martell won't bust her husband out. Another person says she wants to believe that because she hates Mel. And Marceau loves him some Mel. Child, y'all is crazy. Another person says you don't have to grow up in a 2-parent household to have morals and no boundaries. Exactly. Clearly, this girl was not raised by a parent who taught her morals and self-respect. How about self-worth? Okay, how about whatever happened to customer service? Okay, like, girl, why you don't know how to treat people? Okay. Arionne needs to take responsibilities for her actions. Yeah, and she won't do that, guys, because she has a lot of shame. She don't really want to deal with, who she is. Like I told y'all, when she talks about herself, it's always on the surface. It's always superficial, how good her body looks. And that's not how you should look at yourself. Yeah, you can admit that you're attractive. That's fine. But like, that's the first thing you think about. When you think of yourself, you don't say, oh, I'm intelligent. Oh, I'm kind. I look out for people. She don't want to do all that. She don't want to say I sleep with other people's husbands because I can't get my own. She don't want to have that conversation. Okay, when you are on the first floor, honey, I can't even get the words out. Part of your job is to be delusional and to act like certain things don't exist, especially morals, values, ethics, decorum, Another person says it's the fact that she said she didn't want to ruin a family. Yeah, she said that about Marceau. So she didn't tell Marceau and Maurice's business. Bitch, please. You most definitely helped to ruin a whole family. She will be the downfall of Martel because he's not smart enough to stop telling her everything about everybody. He's too dumb to tell her to shut the F up. Shut the F up and get back to work. Keep keep the audios coming because it helps to vindicate Melody. Another person says, what does Jim Crow, slavery, or racism have to do with sleeping with a married black man? I blame her mama and the public school system. Oh. Another person says, Marceau be gaslighting Tisha down to the ground. Another person says, this broad has been sleeping with somebody's husband for years and she's still calling it a mistake. That part right there. And still with him as we speak, and he still hasn't married her. Well, honey, it's not a requirement. It's not a standard. She doesn't have a standard. Okay? Anything goes when you on the first floor. The fact that she said Melody did so much to her that we don't know about is crazy. Yeah, and she said that Melody did a whole bunch of to Martel. Like we care though. Like, what does it matter? He had her in a burning house, so who cares? In my opinion, Melody didn't do enough to that bird. Make it make sense. Yeah. So, child, they dragging her over the racism comments that has nothing to do with cheating. Another person says Tisha allows Marceau to cheat in peace. And another person says she's a lot older than she was. They're talking about Arionne. And fast forward, she's still with him and she's still a bird. Coleslaw still hasn't taken responsibility because she thinks she has won something. Blames her daddy, mama, mail, hotel, SMH. Just still stuck on stupid. Yep. Oh, child. Another person says Kimmy moves like a certified side chick. Another person says, sounds more like Martel put this girl out there to expose the Scott brothers because he is beyond bitter that he has lost his entire marriage and family over his infidelities. That's the type of character Martel has. It really doesn't even matter what these side chicks come up with and talk about. It's pretty transparent by body language alone. Yep. Hotel and the Scott brothers think they are young players one-upping each other. They look foolish and all of these beautiful women should drop them and move the hell on. Holding on to the status of being married isn't a good look when the man is holding on to someone else. That part, honey. Okay. Another person says that's why Marceau didn't want Tisha outside. I know that's right. He didn't want her traveling with him. Okay. Another person says Marceau is so smart. He played Martel from the gates. Another person says she thinks because he dealt with her the longest, it must have been love. No, Arionne was the one who was foolish to deal with him and put up with Martel's nonsense the longest. Martel specifically said on Love and Marriage Huntsville to Melody in one of the earlier seasons, if it's not Mel, it definitely will not be her. He meant that, and that's why he has not married her. He's not in love. He's in control with Arionne. Exactly. That's what it's about with, narcissistic men. They want that control and that power. Another person says it's funny that Maurice got all the smoke for the bloggers that he is suing, but yet has none for Arionne. It's got to be some weight to what she is saying. He nor Marceau has no smoke about anything that she has said. I hope I honestly hope that Tisha is just stacking her coins up so that she can leave Marceau's manipulative behind. She ain't going nowhere. I don't think she's stacking coin. I think Tisha is one of those women where she's married because it sounds nice. It looks good on paper, just like the rest of her other degrees. And I say that with a question mark, okay? Because I ain't never seen nobody with all them degrees. Can't write, can't spell, can't talk. Goddamn, what can you do? Shit. Need to be in somebody's drive-thru. I mean, I'm just saying, shit. Another person says, as much as she talks and as much tea she spills, no one is going to believe her without actual proof. No one is going to believe her because she comes across as bitter and wanting attention and associates herself with a known liar. She could be telling the absolute truth and it wouldn't really matter because of all the other stuff she's involved in and who she's involved with. Ooh, that's a good point. That is a good point, honey. Another person says, this conversation makes my ass itch. She understood Martell targeted her because she was vulnerable and gullible due to not having a father figure in the home, but expects him to apologize for the stuff that he put her through like he did his wife. This logic has no resolution. She wants to be stuck and she needs to quit saving that she made a mistake when she was young. She is in her 30s making the same choices that she made when she was 24 and wondering why she is not prospering. CPS needs to take her kids away so that they can have a fighting chance because she clearly cannot make logical decisions for the betterment of them. She is selfish. Ooh, child, it is just a dragon. They is just a dragon her, honey. And last but not least, this person says there is no accountability on her part whatsoever. Nothing but victim mentality. I told y'all, she's the poor perpetual victim. Okay? But anyways, you guys, that's all I have to say about all of this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.